Wait, what happened? I thought we all was just fighting for women's rights. Their body, their choice, right? But now y'all on here mad at women because they're happy that they don't have kids or happy that they do have kids. First of all, why the fuck are you mad at somebody else's life? That is pure delusion. The way this economy is right now, you should be happy that a motherfucker is happy and not going out having motherfucking kids and bringing their kids into this fucked up ass economy. And a lot of y'all already know that. That's why a lot of you motherfuckers are really mad and y'all don't want to say the real reason. Y'all don't want to do this parent shit. It's hard out here. Some people not just basing their motherfucking kids and their offspring off of how they offspring make them feel. It goes deeper than that. You have to take care of those kids. You have to school those kids. You have to feed those kids. You have to put clothes on those kids' back. People ain't got all the time of the day or the money to motherfucking do that. And some people do. So they have kids and they be happy with it. It's so crazy how y'all get on here and quick to bash a single mother because she knew better. She shouldn't have got pregnant in the first place. She knew what she was getting herself into. But when a woman go out here and make these decisions not to be in those positions, you motherfuckers are louder than a megaphone. Let these women enjoy their bodies, enjoy their life, and leave them the fuck alone. Because over 90% of you motherfuckers with kids did not plan to have those motherfucking kids. And y'all don't even like y'all own goddamn kids. Hell, you don't even like your fucking self.
Hey, welcome to Let's Glow with Nini. I'm Nini, and let's get straight into this video.
A trophy for bringing kids into this world while you were still a kid yourself? You won a trophy for prioritizing boys while you were in school instead of studying and taking your education seriously? You want a trophy for having a kid right out of high school without having a plan for your own future? You won a trophy for having multiple kids with a man who hates you and doesn't value you? You want to be celebrated for having multiple kids with a man who only gives you attention when you're pregnant, thereby forcing you to use pregnancy as a tool and a means to a pathetic end, which is male attention? You want trophies for procreating under harmful conditions just because you're afraid to be alone? You want to be elevated over other women, educated, accomplished women, when you keep having multiple babies for different men just so you can be provided for because you're lazy and lack ambition? And yet, we are the selfish ones. We are the selfish ones for recognizing the physical, financial, social, material, physiological investments required for bringing kids into this world, and are making conscious decisions to either opt out of it or delay the process at a time where we have certain things in place first. We are the selfish ones. You people act like having babies or procreating is like this really big thing. It's not that big. I hit puberty at age 12. I started getting my periods at age 12. All that required for babies is a viable sperm. You don't even have to be horny. You don't have to like the person you're sleeping with. The person sleeping with you doesn't even have to like you. You don't even have to be conscious for conception to take place. And yet you guys are acting like it's some kind of an achievement. If you're a woman in this day and age and you have a desire to have children and procreate and be a mother, you are falling in line with exactly how society programmed you to be. You are meeting the expectations of a woman within this society. You're doing exactly what society demanded and demands of you. You're not doing anything out of the ordinary. The real flex as a woman in this day and age is a woman who is able to develop a strong sense of self, bypass all of the psychological programming from religion, from pop culture, from books, from novels, develop a strong sense of self and take charge of her own life and decide for herself if she wants to participate in motherhood or when she wants to participate in motherhood. That's the real flex. And we will keep celebrating being old enough without kids, being 21, 22, 19, 35, 46, 52 without kids, till thy kingdom come, because we are in a new era. Get with the program.
The amount of creatures that I've seen enter the chat about this 21 with no kids challenge and bring up the fact that some women don't have kids because men didn't want to get them pregnant. Are y'all okay? Are y'all okay? Half of y'all, the men didn't want to get you pregnant. Right? If we call up those men right now and ask them that they want to get you pregnant, they're going to say no. They're going to say they asked you to get rid of that baby and you wouldn't. Right? So to even sit up and fix your disgusting, dirty neck to be somewhere talking about the men ain't getting these women pregnant because these women ain't attractive enough, trust and believe, if you manage to get pregnant and have babies, anybody can. Anybody can. Right? You know how people say men are easy and they'll sleep with anything? You're the anything. You're the anything. So to be sitting up here and trying to throw jabs at childless women and say that the reason why they don't have kids is because they not attractive enough, it absolutely has nothing to do with that. Let me tell you what it has to do with. It has to do with you opened up your legs and that's how you have babies. Very simple concept, right? Right? A lot of you dog-faced 304s, it didn't even require that man to have to look you in your eyes when he did it, right? He had you bent over from the back and impregnated you. Right? He didn't even want to look you in your face while he had to do it. I had a girl come at me crazy on the live the other day about me not having no kids. Went and looked at her picture. Ain't no way you somewhere questioning me not having no kids when somebody got you pregnant. He was down bad. He was down bad so much that man ran off to another state because he didn't want nothing to do with her or the child. And it's so unfortunate for the child, but you animals got to stop. You animals got to stop, right? If y'all getting pregnant, ain't no way you questioning anybody not being able to get pregnant.
Got one thing right in her video, and that was when she said not having kids by the age of 30 is a choice that you made. She's absolutely correct. Coming from a girl that was told at 12 years old she would be the first one out of all of her siblings to have kids. Mind you, I had a sister that was 4 years older than me. Don't know what possessed this person to say that, but they said it. And I was like, nope, will not be me. Don't even know what it meant at the time, because I, at 12 years old, was still playing the 10 dogs with my 9-year-old sister while all the other girls my age was trying to go to parties and go on dates. But I was like, nope, that will not be me. Don't know why, but I said no. And I was happy that I made that choice because it is a generational curse in the Black community. By not having kids young, I was able to graduate with my undergraduate degree as the valedictorian. I graduated top of my class at law school. I passed the California bar on the first time. I probably can get any legal job that I want at this point. I've been a lawyer for 6 years. I have a house. I have the cars. I have the husband. I was able to take a 10-day honeymoon with my husband and not think about whether the kids have someone to watch them or do I need to bring the kids. I'm so happy that I lived my life. I'm 30 years old. When I am ready to have kids, I will have kids. And if I can't have kids, then it's just not meant to be. But to get on the internet and be mad at women for being happy with the decisions that they made, whether that would be not having kids or picking a certain job, you're not judging people for the jobs that they picked. You're judging people because they didn't have kids and you did. That's a little bit weird, don't you think?
The women with kids are mad. Not all the women, but the women who regret their kids and their decision, they're mad. They mad at the childless women who are participating in the Jacquees challenge where they bragging about having no kids. Why exactly, if you proud and happy to have your kids, would you be upset because women are bragging about not having kids? That doesn't make sense. But I'm going to ask you this. Why is it that as soon as you hear that a woman ain't got no kids, you jump immediately to she got some type of health condition where she can't have kids or that she had a bunch of abortions? Why can't it just be she protects her body better than you did? I know that's scary. I know that's a hard pill to swallow, that you was just out here letting dudes just dump off in you, right? You just be letting them do whatever they want to. But then there's women who won't. There's women who won't. I know, Pookeisha. There's girls who won't sleep around with a bunch of different men. And then there's girls who use protection. They get on birth control. They do whatever they have to do to make sure Pookie don't get them pregnant. You, on the other hand, played stupid games and won stupid prizes, right? But now you're mad. Whose fault is that? That you trusted your body and put it in the hands of some loser man and now you stuck with a baby that you don't want? That sounds like a personal problem. But you got to stop jumping into saying that everybody going and getting all these abortions or that they don't have the physical ability to have kids. You know how disrespectful that is to women who really can't have kids? It's very disrespectful. It's very disrespectful, right? And it's just so sad that y'all are grown women who can't even control your own body. And it's funny because 1 minute it's your body, your choice. And then when you don't want to take responsibility for laying up with losers and getting pregnant, then all of a sudden he trapped you and you had no control over what was going on. And, you go into child mode where you just this helpless little child and somebody took advantage of you and you had no say-so in the process. Right? Because you couldn't have been on no birth control or anything. And you can save the I was on birth control, condom busted. That ain't usually what happened with y'all. Stop it. Right? Stop it. Stop the games. But again, stop jumping left field just because you hear a woman ain't got no kids, all right? And if you love your kids so much, love your kids and stop being mad because women bragging about not having kids. Because guess what? One thing I'm going to do, I'm going to brag about not having no kids because I don't want them. And I'm going to brag about it. And there ain't nothing you can do about it.
Every time I see y'all bitches come on here, talk about y'all ain't got no kids, is that your choice or bitch you infertile?
Tell me you conceived all your children by accident without telling me. Women whose whole lives are defined by having a bunch of oops babies can't conceive of the idea that other women practice celibacy or actually use birth control like somebody who has an intentional plan for their life. And you can have a bunch of children on purpose too. It's just most of them didn't. I'm one of 5 children, and my parents planned every one of us. And that's the reason I have not seen one married woman with 1, 2, 5, or 6 children getting upset about this trend. The only women who are in their feelings have a bunch of mismatched children by men who aren't studying them or their children. It's all projection because look at what she says next.
If you child free, it's nothing for you to talk about. Bitch, you by yourself.
It always comes back to male validation. These women be out here like, oh, if you're child free, it's because a man never wanted to give you a baby. A man is literally the easiest thing to get. Men try to give babies to women who they've met for 5 seconds in a dark club. It's not a flex. You're projecting because you're alone. After he got whatever temporary benefit he was after from you, he saddled you with his struggle seat and walked out the door. Having a man in general is never a flex. But it is insane to brag about a man who didn't even want to commit to you, who wouldn't give you a $50 marriage certificate in exchange for you risking your life to bear his child. So being child-free is not evidence that a man never wanted you because men want corpses, okay? They want oranges, they want pies, they want holes in the wall. It just means you didn't allow yourself to be swayed by someone who had no evidence of the claims they were making. He said, ooh, baby, I love you so much. Let's have a baby. Let's be a family. And instead of saying, ooh, that sounds good, she said, where's the evidence? Where's the ring? Where's the marriage certificate? If you really love me that much. And he ran. Some, not all. You can tell by who's offended by this trend. Some women are very upset that they have children because it's evidence that they got played. And I'm not saying these women don't love their children or whatever, but they're on here upset because somebody else has no evidence of a bad relationship. Why else would this woman be on here calling us out of our names, calling us bees and infertile, or implying that the only reason women are child-free is because they can't have children or they had a bunch of abortions? I've said it before and I'll say it again. I practice celibacy. It's like a lot of women cannot conceptualize the idea we are not foaming at the mouth to lay down with mediocre men who science have proved will not even give you an orgasm. I mean, think about it. Most ex-wives don't even like women as people. They are not sensual. They're not tender. They don't want someone to spend on a 2 for $20 at Chili's. So what about that says they are going to be giving and generous in the bedroom? So people rushing off to lay down with them, it's not because the D is so good. And oh my God, they were so overwhelmed by lust. It's all about male validation. And they just can't believe somebody else is not so desperate for the validation of someone who lives in his mother's basement that they are willing to sacrifice their future, lay their health on the line, because these men don't get tested and they're carrying diseases, endanger themselves just to be able to say they have a man. Of course, they can't conceptualize this is not the biggest thing in your life. That you would put your own future, your hopes, your dreams, your goals, your desires above the temporary ability to hold on to a dude. But really, truly, the reason there's been such a backlash to this trend is because women like to act like this was not easily foreseeable when it was. There are all kinds of different reasons not to have children. But the reason a lot of the women who are doing the trend say that they don't have children is because they've seen how men run out. How they leave you to bear the burden alone. And the women who are producing the backlash against the trend are very resentful. They're saying you're smarter than me. You're saying you're better than me. You're just lucky. There's no luck involved. It is 2025. For 25 years, we have been in the new millennium. We all grew up watching Maury, Sally Jesse, Jerry Springer. We've been on social media since '06. And the woman whose video I'm stitching specifically spoke to women who are in their 30s and 40s with no kids. This was an easy layup. We've all seen the outcomes over the past 25 to 30 years. We know that if you get pregnant and the man doesn't marry you, he's not going to marry you, most likely. 99.9% of the time, it ain't happening. If a man asks you to get pregnant without the benefit of marriage, he does not care about you. We've seen it over and over and over again. And as a point of privilege, because I'm a black woman, I get to talk to the other black women. 70% of black children are born out of wedlock. And that's across the diaspora, people. That's 70% here in America, but it's higher in places like Jamaica, which is 90%. But I have to clarify something. That doesn't mean 70% of black women have children. It means 70% of the children being born are being born out of wedlock. But almost half, it's like 49, 48% of black women do not have children because they've seen the other half and they're like, ooh, no, thank you. They've seen 70% of the half that have children are struggling, having to deal with acrimonious situations with men who claim they didn't want the baby or lie afterwards about how the child's not theirs and all this back and forth. And we're like, no, we don't want that. We all know what the most likely outcome is going to be by now. We have seen Keke Palmer. We have seen Halle Bailey. Hell, back in the day, we saw Halle Berry. Like, this is paint by numbers. We've been seeing the same outcome since the 90s, 80s, 70s. A child-free woman is 9 times out of 10 a woman who just didn't think she was the exception and decided to make choices according to the evidence and not her feelings. And this is not a hit on women who have children. Like I said, I'm just talking to the women who find themselves offended by this trend so they can look in the mirror and discover the root source of their issue. Because I haven't heard any women who are married or any women who had children on their own purposefully, single mothers by choice, who adopted or went to a sperm donor, who had an agreement. I don't see anybody out here like that making a video like this, backlashing women who are single and child-free by choice. So let's examine ourselves and govern yourselves accordingly. That's it. Like and follow for more.
As a 21-year-old with a 9-month-old baby, that 21 no kids trend, I love that trend. Like, I love that for y'all. And having a baby is a lot, but babies are a blessing. I do not regret my baby. I don't know why everybody is so mad. I just be sitting there liking it. Sometimes I comment like, hey, girl, shit, one girl said she was 30. I said, 30? Hey, like, kids are a lot, and everybody's not ready for kids. So that's good. I don't see why everybody is mad, but don't make it seem like everybody that got kids is miserable, because, baby, me and my baby be happy as fuck. Like, I don't know how to really explain it, but everybody that got kids is not miserable, baby. It's only a few. It's a selective few, and I'm not part of them, baby. Y'all know I be turned up with my baby. I don't give a fuck. She attached to my hip, and that's by choice. But yeah, it's nothing bad with not having kids. It's nothing bad with having kids. Just do right by your kids, and that's all that really matters. If your kid is taken care of, then you shouldn't give a fuck about how nobody else feel about you having kids. Simple.
I'm looking at all of these videos from the 21 and up. 21 no kids. I need y'all to take a breath. I need y'all to sit down and take a nap. Y'all might just be tired from them kids. But to really be going off on women because they don't want kids, that is the craziest shit I've ever seen. You must be gay. Your uterus don't work. How many abortions you done had? Whoa. I need y'all to heal. It's not everything you gotta comment on. Some stuff you just, that has nothing to do with me. I have kids. That has nothing. As a mother, and I've been a mama since I was 17, this should get her. I don't recommend it to nobody. I tell people all the time, I love my kids. I talk to my kids every day. But I'm not going to be out here judging a woman because she don't want to have kids. I'm not going to be out here telling a woman, you ain't nothing if you ain't got no kids. Some of y'all are just, I don't know. Some people like sleep. Some people like to get up and go without having to worry about getting somebody dressed, putting somebody in the car seat, getting a diaper bag ready. Some people like to travel. My daughter said she ain't having kids, and I love that for her. That's her decision, and I love it. I am so happy for her. But y'all need Jesus. Y'all need somebody, cause y'all doing way too much. Cause people don't want to have kids. You must can't have no kid. You must that no man want you. Love bug, heal. Get off the internet. I need y'all to go ground yourself in. Jeez Louise, not everybody thinks the same. It's crazy. I'm over here like, y'all for real? Y'all crashing out like this because people said they ain't want kids? I'm a parent and I be like, fuck them kids. But again, my kids are grown. But I remember this lady, I was like, yeah, my daughter said she doesn't want kids. She got a dog. She said, that's it. You're not going to tell her to have kids for what? Why would I tell her to do something she don't want to do just to please somebody? Who? What? This got to be the stupidest shit in the world. Have a kid. And then here's my favorite thing. Who gonna take care of you when you get old? Half of y'all ain't gonna be getting taken care of anyway because y'all kids don't like y'all. So what's the next? Y'all talking about you can't have kids. You infertile. Y'all got some nasty attitudes. And that's why y'all gonna be in nursing home because half of y'all kids don't like y'all anyway because of them nasty attitudes. Oof. That's how, oof.
To my fellow mothers, to my fellow women with children, y'all are never beating the allegation that y'all hate y'all fucking kids and that y'all do not want to be mothers and that y'all are just fucking bitter that other women have beat the system and managed to abscond from motherhood. Child-free women are participating in a very harmless, fun trend. 21 with no kids, yeah. And here you bitter bitches come. Oh, you don't got no kids? What kind of woman? Brad, not having kids is nothing to brag about. It is something to brag about. It is something to brag about. So y'all could be on here celebrating being baby mama number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, having 3, 4, 5 baby daddies. But women with no children can't come on here and say, you know what, I don't have no children, but I have all these other things going for me. I don't have children, despite what the world has told me as a woman. I said, I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that. When Nurse Hannah came on here and we found out that she was abusing her child, I said, Nurse Hannah's is what you get when you do not allow women who do not want to have children to relish in not having children. In a society where women are just now feeling okay not being forced to have, like, a lot of your mamas didn't want you. And that's why a lot of women are talking about the traumas that they have with their moms and blah, blah, because your mama didn't want you. Your mama wanted to be a child-free woman. But society told her, you got a coochie, pop out a fucking baby right now. And now here you are, you don't like your mother. So this one lady, she posts a video, and in the video where she is hating on child-free women, she proceeds to be homophobic, ableist, misogynistic, and just downright nasty. She said, oh, so you can't keep no man? What's the wrong? Oh, you probably can't have no baby. How many abortions you done had? Oh, is it because you a lesbian? That's why you can't have no baby? Because you a lesbian, your pussy stink? Whoa. Like, you, and then she proceeds to say, I love my kids. I love my kids. And then she gonna say, and who gonna take care of you when you get old? Is you cool? Is your uterus cool? Is it working? Having no kids is not a flex. That's a choice that you. How many kids you sent to God? How many abortions you had? You can't keep a man? What it smell like down there? Who gonna take care of you when you get old? Nobody, because you ain't got no kids. You gonna be in a nursing home. They can afford it because you know what they wasn't paying for? Kids, childcare, all those other sporting activities and whatever else kids, they have it. They can afford it. They can afford it. A lot of y'all think that children are retirement plans. There was a video a while back, a lady that worked in a retirement home, and she said that there was this lady who was in a retirement home, or not a retirement, a nursing home. She had 10 kids. Nan one of them wanted anything to do with her. And that is what you women who are relying on your children as retirement plans to be so downright nasty that you would hit every single derogatory thing you can think of. Sexist, homophobic, misogynistic, like ableist. All because some women came online and said, 21 with no kids. Y'all saying they're gloating. The only way that you would take that as a shot at you is if you do not like where you're at. That's the only way you would feel like it's directed at you, because how is a woman coming on here talking about her personal life and what is going on literally with her, and what's going on in her world, and you said, oh bitch, you're slandering me as a mother. And then here come another one talking about I'm trying to change the narrative, and she put 32 with kids and blah blah, and girl, don't nobody give a fuck. No one cares. No one asked you. And I just kept seeing post after post after post of you bitches just let them like, you have Mother's Day. Everybody celebrates. You know what? I'm going to say something else, and baby, y'all not going to like it. A lot of you became a mother because that was the only thing that you were able to accomplish. A lot of you are mothers because that is the only thing that you were able to accomplish. That is the one thing in society people revere, is becoming a mother. And that is the only thing you were capable of. So now you see all these other women living their best life, and they didn't have to pop a baby out they to do it. They didn't have to cater to societal norms and societal standards and what people are telling them that they have to do with their bodies. They can go out and they can do all things. And I'm not saying that's the case for everybody, because I'm a mother. And baby, being a mother is not my definition. I am also a mother. I am a woman. I am this, I am that. Being a mother is a part of who I am. But it's not my whole entire being. It's not my whole entire personality. Because one day they are going to be full-grown adults living their full-grown lives. And yes, even when your children are adults, you're still a mom. Because Lord knows I'm 35 years old right now, and my mama's still my mama. Very much so. But leave them girls alone. Leave them girls alone. I don't care if she's 21. I don't care if she's 18. Hell, I don't care if she's 81 with no motherfucking kids. I have yet to see a video. I'm seeing more videos of women who have had children saying, if I could go back, I would not do it. I haven't seen a single video of a woman in her 40s and her 50s and her 60s. I have not seen any videos. They could be out there. I'm not saying that they're not out there. But of women who did not have children say, you know what, I wish I would have. Because you can have fulfilling lives. Some of y'all really truly believe that the only way to solidify your place in this world is to pop out some babies. The earth is overpopulated. We're literally killing it. We're literally killing it. Y'all can slow the fuck down. Close your legs, actually. Close them, actually. Like, some of y'all can stop.